Today's devotion comes from Judges chapter 2, verses 11 through 14. Then the sons of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and served the Baals. And they forsook the Lord, and the Lord of their fathers, who had brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods from among the gods of the people who were around them, and bowed themselves down to them. Thus they provoked the Lord to anger. So they forsook the Lord and served Baal and Ashtaroth. The anger of the Lord burned against Israel, and he gave them into the hands of plunderers who plundered them, and he sold them into the hands of their enemies around them, so that they could no longer stand before their enemies. Israel turned away from God. They worshipped other gods and did evil in the sight of the Lord. They forgot that God had brought them out of slavery in Egypt and had blessed them over and over again. As I read this, I can't help but think about our own country. Have we forgotten how God has blessed our country? Have we turned away from the one true God? I keep hearing people say, well, there are many paths to God. That's not what God's Word says. It says there is only one way, and that way is through Jesus Christ. There are to be no other gods. Today, we put our trust in many things other than God. For example, we put our trust in our own worldly knowledge. Science tells us that there's no way God could have created Earth and the whole universe in 7 days. Who are you going to listen to, God or man? If we stop listening to God, we lose His blessing, and all sorts of evil will take over, just as it did for Israel. As our nation gets further and further away from God, you don't have to look very far to find evil. Pray that the people of this land will return to God, and He will heal our land.